I'm applying for the American Express Business Gold Card with a 150,000 point welcome offer, and you'll see in this video if I get approved or denied. Just to be upfront and clear, I do not like this card, but I do love that sign up bonus, so let's watch me apply. It's possible you may be confused why I'm applying for a credit card that isn't good for me, at least long term, so of course I'm gonna have to explain that in this video before I actually submit the application. The perfect place to start would be talking about the annual fee, the welcome offer, the spending categories on this card, and of course the credits to try to offset that annual fee. First off, very quickly, yes, this is a business card, so not every single person will be eligible to sign up for one, but if you have self-employment income of any kind, then you may be able to get approved for this card or any other business cards. Now, this annual fee is pretty hefty, coming in at $295 right now in January 2024, but if you get approved for this card any later than January, so starting February 1st, 2024, then that will go up to $375. Now let's talk about that 150,000 point welcome bonus. On the American Express website, it is a special welcome offer. It's elevated from 70,000 points to 150,000 points. You have to spend $10,000 in the first 3 months in order to hit this sign up bonus, which $10,000 in 3 months, that's a lot. That's a lot of money. And I typically could possibly spend $10,000 in 3 months. It's going to be tough, but I think I can do it. I will let you know how to get that 150,000 point offer to show up for you, because if you just search AMEX Business Gold Card and you click on a link, it'll probably show you that 70,000 point offer. So I'll get to that in a moment, but I just want to tell you how important it is for me to sign up for this 150K offer instead of the 70K. First off, American Express makes it very clear that if you have had this card in the past or you currently hold it, you will not be eligible for the welcome bonus. This is often called the AMEX once in a lifetime rule, where you can only get one sign-up bonus for every American Express card that they have. So based on that, I'm trying to sign up for every American Express card when they have the absolute maximum bonus that I can find. The best way to maximize the value of each AMEX point is going to be transferring them to travel partners, and AMEX has a whole list on all of the different airlines and hotels that you can transfer them to. And so typically people like to say that you can get 2 cents per point. So that means that the 70,000 point welcome offer may look like $1,400 if you get 2 cents per point. But if you have the 150K welcome offer, then you can get $3,000 worth of value if you do 2 cents per point. Definitely makes sense to sign up for the 150K offer right now instead of waiting and maybe it dropping before I apply. So how do we actually get this offer to show up? Because like I said, if you just click on the first Google link that you see when you type in Amex Business Gold, you might see 70,000 points. Well, basically, you have to use the Google strategy, the referral strategy, or anything else you can think of. My recommendations would be to search Amex Business Gold on Google and click on every link that shows up. It'll probably be the first 2 or 3 links. First, click on the sponsor link at the top of the page. If that says 70K, move on and click on the second link on Google. If that still doesn't work, click on the third link if there's one there. If none of those work, then go on to searching up on Google, same exact way, but opening the incognito window on that link, and hopefully the 150K shows up there. If it doesn't, then you just go to Google Chrome and open up an incognito window and search for Amex Business Gold that way. If you still can't get 150K to generate, then I would recommend using anybody's referral links. Actually, maybe the referral links might be the first step, because you're always helping somebody out by using that. And you just try to get that to generate from anybody's referral link. Again, do a regular window and also do incognito window. And if you still can't get it, well, you could also check your own American Express account. This works if you already have an American Express card, so you'll log into your account and then you will go to the menu at the top of the page, click on cards, and then view all business cards. And once that loads up, you're going to scroll down and you're going to see any targeted offers in your account. So if I look at my account right now, I see that there's a business platinum card offer for 190,000 membership rewards points, and then there's that business Business Gold for 150,000 membership rewards points, along with a couple other cards too, and there may be targeted offers, there may not be. If I was looking at just year one of the Business Gold card, I would say paying that $295 for the annual fee is totally worth it because of how big this welcome offer is. But now we need to look at year two and beyond, and that's when I start to see that this card just isn't for me, at least long term. On the Amex website, you're going to see 3 panels. The first one is 4 times points on your top 2 eligible categories, and you have to see below for category details, and we'll talk about that in just a second. And then there's 3 times points on flights and prepaid hotels when booked on amextravel.com, and then 1 times points on other eligible purchases. So we really have to focus in on those 4 times point earning categories to see if this card would make sense for you. There's 6 different 4 times point earning categories for this card, and they will pick your top 2 for each statement cycle, and then you will get 4 times points on those 2, and then 1 times points on everything else. And there's 6 of them, so let's see how fast I can read them off. Purchases at US media providers for advertising in select media, US purchases made from electronic goods retailers and software and cloud system providers, US purchases at restaurants, including takeout and delivery, US purchases at gas stations, transit purchases, including trains, taxi cabs, rideshare services, ferries, tolls, parking, buses, and subways, and monthly wireless telephone service charges made directly from a wireless telephone service provider in the US. Wow, there is a lot there, and if I wanted to go through every single detail about this card, this video would be over 30 minutes long, so we're gonna try not to do that, but I'll just give you a brief summary of what I see and what sticks out to me. 5 of these 6 categories involve some sort of purchase in the United States and not for international purchases. I find that interesting because this is definitely not a travel card, but you earn a ton of travel points that you can use to transfer out to transfer partners or do the whole portal booking, but I'd recommend the travel partners. There's also 3 categories that either don't really apply to me at all, or I spend a very little amount in that category, so I wouldn't want to pick that as my top earning category. That would be the media providers, the electronic goods and software, and then the monthly wireless telephone service charge. And looking over this list one more time, I realized that I'm not going to be putting really a whole lot of spend on transit. Even though I do travel quite a bit, a lot of the things that fall under transit, I just don't really spend a whole lot of money in. So if I were looking to hold this card past year 1, I would just use this card for restaurants and gas stations. I'm sure there's a ton of really successful businesses that can spend a ton of money in the other categories that just really don't apply to me and my business. So for those people, this card could be worth it. But for me, I'm struggling to see the appeal here because I can only earn this 4 times points at US restaurants and not internationally. And that's where I spend the majority of my money on restaurants. The spending categories just won't be great for me, but what about these credits? There is a $240 flexible business credit that you can use for FedEx, for Grubhub, and office supply stores. I don't really spend any money at FedEx or office supply stores, so I would have to use this card for Grubhub. It's split up into $20 monthly, and that equals $240 yearly. So I would just spend $20 of Grubhub every single month. And good news for me, I guess I could sign up for Grubhub Plus because I have an Amazon Prime account, and so it'll be nice to save a little bit on the service fees. It's not like the best situation ever, but at least it saves me a little bit of money from that annual fee. And there's a Walmart Plus credit, which is actually really good in my opinion. It's really solid, but I already have this perk with the Amex Platinum card, and so I don't need another one for my household, so that's basically useless for me. After going through this website, I think it's pretty obvious who this card is for. It's for people that put a ton of spend on this card for their business. I mean, no, we're not talking $20,000, $30,000 a year. We're talking multiple hundreds of thousands of dollars going through this one card in 1 year. Sadly, I'm just not that person, and so for beyond year 1, this card probably will not make sense for me in year 2 and year 3, so I would probably end up canceling it after the first year. year. And normally I don't like canceling cards after just 1 year, but the welcome offer is just too good to pass up. And this is a business card, and so it's a little bit better to cancel this card after just 1 year than if it were a personal card. So with all that said, let's get into the application to see if I'm approved or denied. This is what the application looks like. You have the business gold right here, and you want to confirm that you have the special welcome offer, earn 70,000. Oh wait, no, it's 150,000 membership rewards points, and you have to spend $10,000 in your first 3 months. And you can see if you click on this, says choose a design, the gold or the rose gold. I didn't tell you yet, but my wife is actually going to be the one applying for this card, and I already consulted with her and she said she wanted the rose gold. And so since it's her card and not mine, we're just gonna have to select rose gold. If I was applying for this card, I'd probably just go with the classic gold. I'll actually log into my wife's account because hopefully that will fill out a couple of the fields, and then we'll submit the application. Okay, I just double checked everything. Let's click accept this offer, and it says, oh no, this is AMEX pop-up jail. This is, wow, okay. So it says, Jennifer, you are not eligible to receive the welcome offer. In determining eligibility, we considered your history with credit card balance transfers, your history as an American Express card member, the number of cards that you opened and closed, and other factors. We have not performed a credit check. Would you still like to proceed? So you can either, you can continue and submit the application, or you can cancel the application. This is upsetting. I guess they're saying that maybe we're too new to American Express, or maybe they're also saying you don't spend enough money, so you can't get this card, which, I mean, makes sense if the business gold card is going to be one that you put a ton of spend on. So that's really unfortunate that I'm going to have to cancel this application, but I can also apply for this card. So I will actually go into that because my wife was not targeted with this 150,000 point offer in her Amex account, but I am targeted for that. So why don't I sign into my account and apply for the card that way? I wanted my wife to get this card because she does not have any membership rewards earning cards to her name with Amex, but this is okay. This was my backup plan. I knew that if she did not get approved for the card, I would also be applying for this one. And so why don't I give it a try? I've already logged into my account. I've already gone to the targeted offers section. I do see that I have 150,000 membership rewards points as a sign-up bonus. So let's go to apply now. Okay, I shouldn't need to do any other logging in or anything like that. This is the gold card with the 150,000 point offer, and yeah, I'm not gonna do rose gold. I'm gonna stick with gold. That's what I'm gonna do. Okay, I'm ready to click submit. If I don't get approved for this one, I'm gonna be very, very sad because this is the strategy. This is what I made a whole video about. I'm going to apply for the business gold in January, and then we'll just hit this sign-up bonus. That was my credit card roadmap of this year, and everything could get ruined if I don't get accepted for this card. We'll just have to see what happens. Okay, we're scrolling down, clicking submit, and we'll see what shows up. It shouldn't be too long. The other one wasn't, it was only a couple seconds before. Okay, well, I got the pop-up jail. This is not what I wanted to see. Wait, this is actually all right, well, I guess I was trying to put a brave face on for the camera, but this is actually really upsetting. I've never been denied for a credit card. I mean, well, I guess if I have, I've always called the reconsideration line and they've approved me. But this is showing, well, they'll probably accept me for the card. It's just that they're not going to give me the welcome offer. And I just told you all the reasons why I don't want this card. And so it's only worth it for the welcome offer. So this is upsetting. At least I canceled the application. They don't check my credit or anything like that. I don't get a hard pull. That stinks. I don't know what I'm going to do next. I really do think the reason why I am not getting accepted for this card, and my wife isn't either, is just because we're not putting enough spend on our current Amex cards. So that might have to increase before I actually end up applying for this card again before the start of February, because I still really want to get this card. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you want to see my most recent video where I showed you my credit card roadmap of all of 2024, click on that here. It might already be ruined, but you can check that out. And don't forget to check out any referral links down in the description for credit cards that you might want to sign up for. So thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.